Marriage separation rules. There are two types, the written and the unwritten rules. Written rules. This applies to the divorce and legal separation. We won't be dealing with any of the annulment information in this video. During separation, the only written set of rules is dependent on where you live, and these are the rules set up by the courts, the ones that you need to do to go through your separation and finally your divorce. These are things deemed necessary by the court, things that are mandatory, that have to be done before a divorce can take place. Things like full disclosure of assets and liabilities, which is called a declaration of disclosure. And what is separate property or community property? Now, how this is determined can depend on which state you live in, whether it's a community property state or not. This information can be found by going online to your state government and looking up information in regards to divorce. Unwritten rules. The rules I touch on in this video are going to be the unwritten rules. Some of the ones that help your separation and divorce go smoother. Hi, my name is John McKenzie and welcome to Kingdom Principles. On this channel, we will be discussing all things regarding marriage separation. Whether you're just going into it, already separated and trying to save your marriage, or just finalizing your divorce, this channel is for you, your source of information on surviving your marriage separation. So if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe. There's a subscribe button in the bottom right of the video. And click on the link in the description to get our free report on the 7 things not to do when going through a marriage separation. Disclaimer. The information provided in this video is for information purposes only and is not meant to take the place of proper legal counsel or financial or accounting advice. Any legal questions should be directed to a lawyer, preferably one in the area where you live. And for any financial or accounting questions, direct them to certified professionals as well. Now, let's get on with the video. There are a lot of unwritten rules, and I'm going to be touching on a few. Rules that, when you're following them, will make your life a little bit easier as you're going through your separation. Now, some of these can side with the written rules, like in the situation where you need to have full disclosure of assets and liabilities. The unwritten rule for this is to do an inventory, to know exactly what you're splitting up. Now, this is where, when you're doing your inventory, you actually want to do 2 inventories. An inventory of the stuff you still have in your possession, and a second inventory of what the spouse has in their possession if one of you has already moved out. Now, this doesn't just mean the stuff in your house. This means all your assets. Now, you may need this information for the courts when it comes to separating those assets. And at minimum, you'll need a list of everything you have so you can figure out who gets what when you are separating all of your assets, as well as so you can know the value for those items, so you can use it to divide the assets equally. You're going to be going through your house room by room, closet by closet, drawer by drawer, logging everything in an inventory. And if something's not there, which spouse has it? Then you'll have a better understanding of what you have and the value of it. Having all this information when you and your spouse are talking about the division of assets will make things a lot easier on figuring out who gets what. Now, one of the big unwritten rules is putting kids first in all decisions regarding the separation, focusing on what's best for the children, because they're the ones caught in the middle between both spouses. Now, a lot of this can be spelled out in your co-parenting agreement. So having a system in place, defined through your co-parenting agreement, involving all the things to do with the kids will make it easier for you. And if you do it right, it'll make it a lot easier on the kids. Remember, you have to co-parent for years with your ex. So, how long till your youngest reaches 18? Well, this will be the minimum amount of time you'll be doing this. So unless you want to be in a constant state of strife with your ex for that many years, I would suggest you deal with it before the divorce in your separation agreement and in your co-parenting agreement. And number 3, don't use social media. Most lawyers and counselors suggest not posting on social media. Lawyers say it could be used in any future court cases by opposing counsel in disputes or child custody and access cases, or in regards to child support and spousal support. Airing of any dirty laundry or mudslinging on your part may come with instant satisfaction, but that also may be used against you by holding into question your fitness as a parent. It can slow the healing process and may further alienate the opposing spouse, as well as cause tension for any mutual friends, forcing them to take sides. Now, the last thing a separation needs is for the children to see one spouse cut down the other. So it's good to avoid posting of any ongoing custody battles, disputes, or family issues, as well as refrain from posting any of the exciting things you're doing with others. Always think before posting, could this photo or written post be used anyway in court? If there's any question, don't post it. Now, I'd be cautious on what you post and maybe even limit your social posting till either you're back together or till the divorce is finalized. Number 4, the more you and your spouse cooperate, the cheaper the divorce can be. Just realize that the more you cannot agree upon, the more it's going to cost to hammer out the details either by mediation or via the court. Now, there's also another warning. The quicker you rush through your paperwork for setting up your separation agreement, the more stuff will get missed and the more expensive it will be in the future. And number 5, no matter who does up your separation agreement, get it checked by your own lawyer before you sign. And some additional tips for you. If you have a lawyer, don't use your lawyer as your therapist. You'll be able to see a therapist for a lot cheaper than any lawyer. The more time you save your lawyer, the more money you save. So if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. And click on the notification bell to be notified when new videos are posted. Click on the link in the description to get our free report on the 7 things not to do when going through a marriage separation. Our subscribe button is up in the corner, and please check out our videos.